Okay, so let's do a quick recap on where we left off. We um, we completed the 8879, which is telling the system that we're going to e-file basically. Okay, and once we completed that, in that we told the system that we were going to use the bank product, which generated a bank application. Okay, we went in and we filled out the bank application completely. Okay, and now we're pretty much on a basic return. Okay, we're pretty much ready to go over the fees. Okay, so let's move to invoice and billing and payments. Okay, so the first thing that I want you guys to do um, is I want you to come to 10, and if there are any fees over in this orange highlighted section, I need you guys to zero the fees out. Okay, so and I'm sorry that we have to do this workaround, but for whatever reason, we keep zeroing the fees out and they keep coming back in. So let's zero the fees out, okay? And um, at that point, you see that we're charging $329, and basically it's because it is a basic return. All right, so it's $329 on our fees, $172 on a bank product. Um, And now, as we go down, we can go back to the fees, and we can ask the client if they want these fees individually. So the first one, of course, is the tablet. If they want the tablet, that's $39. The next one is the taxpayers assistant program. If they want that, it's $14.99, and so forth. The audit, $69.99. And if they're doing the Schedule C, which we'll talk about later, we really want to stress that they get the audit protection. And the My Health Pass program, the Community Cash. Now, here, let's talk about the Community Cash Advance real quick. If they want the $1,000 Community Cash, all right, we want to put in up to $1,000, okay, and it has to go in like this. So we'll put the $1,000 here, so that the system knows that they're going to get the $1,000 from the community cash, or up to $1,000. Now, if they don't get $1,000, they don't have to worry about it. We will refund that money back to them. Okay, once that return hits. So anything that was, let's say, if we charge them for the $1,000 and they only received $500, then their return, once it actually comes back from the IRS and we cut them a check or deposit into their bank, is going to be $500 more than what we originally quoted them. Okay, and then if they want credit repair, of course the credit repair is $3.99, or the credit repair light is the first one in here. That would be $2.99, and if they want the full credit repair, that would be $3.99. Of course, we're not going to charge them for both. Okay, so in this situation, let's just say that the client only wanted the Android tablet and the audit protection, and they wanted the community cash advance. So let's take out the credit repair. Okay. So we can X out of the screen here. Alright, so remember, how do we get there again? Just a quick recap. I went to 10, we hit worksheet, and now the worksheet came up. Remember, it's going to come up with all of our fees in there. You want to zero out those fees. You want to go over it line by line to make sure the client wants the tablet, the Android tablet, and so forth. Okay. All right. So now, if you come over here, it will appear that our fees are extremely high, and that's at $1437.99. But remember, we put the $1,000 cash advance in there, so it's really only $437.99. All right, it's not $1437.99. It's really only $437.99. So you have to explain to them that while it says that, the cash advance is in there. Okay. You can come down and we'll go over the bank fees as a whole, and all of the fees are listed here. I would go line by line and tell them exactly what it is. Okay. And the invoice summary has the total. So the $1437.99 plus the $172.90 equals $1610.89. Okay. and you basically just tell them just like that. Now, if you want a breakdown of our fees, you can come down here. Okay, a 1040, $249, the W-2 $5, the bank app $25, and the Form 8879 is $50. Okay. Okay. So now that you've done that, there's really nothing to fill out except the fees on this. Okay. If for any reason this field was too high, let's say we've done some where the fees comes out to be like $700, you can always go in and you can put discount and then put the fee here. Now you want to do that in discounts and credits. Okay, so it will automatically know. Let's see if we're going to give them a $250 discount. Okay, so the system will automatically know to take $250 off that price. Okay. Now again, if you're going to give a discount, we want you to make sure you contact your manager. And while we're still in the process of working out the fees and adjusting the fees, it seems like sometimes they're too high, sometimes they're too low. We should have that worked out really by next week, which would be the 19th, January 19th. We should have that worked out. But just in case we don't and we have to adjust the fees, this is where you would do that. Okay. Again, just run it past your manager. They'll know, just by you mentioning the fees what they are, or we can simply remote in and just make sure that everything is in line. Okay. So once you have that done, the next thing that I'm going to do is I will verify. Okay. So I want to make sure that everything is correct on the file. So I'll just come up here and hit verify. Okay. And it's going to tell me everything that's wrong with this file. All right. So, one thing that I want to tell you right off the bat, these fields right here, required field missing, and it's all on the invoice. Okay, you don't really have to worry about those when it comes to verifying. All right, those are not the way that they had to override the system to put the special prices in there, our custom prices and their custom prices for things. This is always going to come up on your file. So if it's invoice, if it says invoice and required field missing, invoice requirement missing, or invoice override of calculated field value blank, don't worry about that. What we want you to focus on are the ones at the top before you get to the invoice. Okay. So the first one, required PIN data missing. Okay, and what they want you to do is they want the customer to put in a PIN. All right, they can simply put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and go from there. All right. Again, we'll come over to verify, and if you notice, once you put in that PIN, that really that cleared all of the other items that we had to have. The only one that's still left is the bank documents, print bank documents before final tax return. Okay, so what we'll do is we can exit out of that. Okay, and we're actually ready to print the documents anyway. Okay.